Last time on PaddleHeads Survivor Series, we started with 10 people. They merged into two tribes, the Clark Fork tribe and the Bitterroot tribe. During the game, there was an aw snap tournament. But man, did we go aw snap. Because aw snap broke and we had to audible into the fish toss. After our tournament, Bitterroot tribe was victorious and the Clark Fork tribe went to tribal council. We went from 10 people down to 9. Welcome back to PaddleHeads Survivor Series. All right, tribe members, come on in and bring the immunity moose. All right, for today's challenge, this is called the sweater race, the wet sweater race. Both tribes will start over in the warning track, past the grass. You will put on a sweater. You will dive into a kiddie pool. You will race to the other side where there are two jars. You will wring out your sweater without taking it off. You will race back to your tribe members, take off your sweater. They will put it on themselves. Hands and head have to be through holes before you can get on the grass, reapply all your water, and go back to the jar. There's a line on the jar. First to fill the water over the line is gonna win immunity. I will take the immunity moose. For today's challenge, one tribe has one more member. Bitterroot tribe, you guys will sit out one person. I'll give y'all some time to think about that, and we'll get ready for this challenge. Y'all can move right over there. Immunity moose, back up for grabs. Again, in today's challenge, they will be playing a wet sweater race. They will race, put a sweater on, dive into a kiddie pool, soak up as much water as they can. Then they will race to the other side of the field, wring it out, fill the water until it is above the line on the jar. First team to fill the line wins immunity. Pretty simple. Bitterroot tribe, who is gonna be sitting out? Aubrey, you're gonna be sitting out. Clark Fork tribe, you ready? Bitterroot tribe, are you ready? The immunity moose is up for grabs. This is the wet sweater competition. In 3, 2, 1, go! All right, Bitterroot tribe is just ahead in the race. Let's check out where we are with water. All right, both tribes may be a fifth of the way there. Hard to tell who's above who. It looks like the Clark Fork tribe might have just a little bit more water. All right, Clark Fork has a lot of water in this sweater. Clark Fork is getting all the water possible out. Bitterroot tribe is catching up with all this water in the sweater. Both tribes about a third of the way there. It's an interesting dynamic. Do you run really hard and maybe drop more water, or do you walk softly and keep the water, but then you're really slow? Stetson for the Clark Fork tribe, back to his jug. Sweaters are starting to look a little funny. All right, Frank gets here for the Bitterroot tribe. Getting a lot of the arms this time. Bitterroot is catching up with this pour. It is neck and neck. Clark Fork had an advantage and it is back to being tied. Bitterroot might have an advantage. A lot of water in this sweater right here. This could be a difference maker for Bitterroot right here, depending on how much water gets out of this sweater. Just so everybody knows, both sweaters are the exact same material. Wow, Bitterroot's getting a lot out of this one too. So Clark Fork has about 2 inches, Bitterroot has about 1 inch left to get to that line. Make sure you wring out every single piece of that sweater that you can. Tommy had a great pour right there. Clark Fork about 1 inch away, but Bitterroot is also 1 inch, and they are coming up on their dump right here. Ooh, getting a lot out of this sweater too. As the sprinklers come on in the outfield, I don't think they mind with all the water in this competition. Wow, Bitterroot is right at the line. Very, very close for Bitterroot. Here comes Bitterroot. They need less than 1 inch to get above that line. All right, could this be it? That is over. Bitterroot wins the Immunity Moose again. Clark Fork will be going to Tribal Council. Great job. I will hand you the Immunity Moose. What a challenge, everybody. Bitterroot, you have won the Immunity Moose. You are safe from Tribal Council later today. Bitterroot, you also made a decision earlier to sit out one of your tribe members. You had a long conversation. And Aubrey, because you sat out of this challenge, you get an advantage in this game. I'm gonna hand this to you. You do not have to share it with your tribe members if you do not want to. If you want to, it is your decision. That's your advantage. I'll let you play with that how you want. Thanks everybody for playing the wet sweater competition. Clark Fork, we'll see you later at Tribal Council.
I would like to just say that we were so close in the stupid wet sweater race. Their sweater was so much bigger than ours. Even they admitted it. I feel like we really gave it our all. Sucks to be going back to Tribal Council, but little does my tribe know, I have a friend on the other side. We each found half of an immunity idol, but I don't think I'll need it. I would really like to keep it. I think Kaya and I have a good alliance, or save it for leverage or something, because I know if I didn't have it, I think I'd be the one going home. Not very strong, not as fast as some of our other tribe members. Right now, we're just trying to figure out who will flip on the others, Stetson or Tommy.
Good first night here at the ballpark. Slept great. Nice, beautiful morning. We're back in the same spot again. We're going to another tribal here on Clark Fork. Down to 4 folks here, it's going to be a little bit tricky, you know. You're kind of trying to look at the potential merge that might happen these next few days here and see who you can really work with, but also avoid a tie situation and try to get to the next one here nicely. I do have the advantage. I'm not sure how to play that yet. I'm going to try and hold on to that, but that might be the death to me, so we'll see. I'm still trying to work with Tommy and see what's going on, but with 4 people, it's kind of a quiet little number, so we'll see.
Yeah, today's challenge, I'm kind of glad I got to sit out. I do feel bad that I'm the only one that's dry and that didn't have to run laps on the field, but it did come with an advantage, so I'm trying to figure out what that means for me and my team. It's rolled up, this paper. It says, root, root, root for the home team. So, I've been trying to look around our home field section, the home dugout, but coming up short still, so I'm not sure.
I was looking for the immunity idol, and I saw 2 buckets over on the side, and then I saw everyone filling up buckets of water with a pool, And then I was thinking, oh, I wonder if we have to like cup hands from the pool and bring it over. And then we saw towels, which turned out to be sweaters. And so we're trying to figure out the best way to wring out a towel to get the most water out of it. And we were almost spot on, but we had to keep the sweater on our body. So that kind of blew everything out the window. So it was like the strategy, do you go fast or do you just try to get the most water? And by the end of it, the sweater was just completely, but I was really happy with my team. Yeah, we didn't get a lot of chance to, I guess, mingle and stuff last night after the game. Everybody was pretty tired, so we all just pretty much went to bed. But yeah, I really like my new tribe. I know that there's gonna be a switch up here soon, so that's gonna be disappointing, but I'm really happy that we won the immunity. That first tribal council was really tough, you know, and I don't really want to experience that again. So let's just keep winning. That's my strategy. Do better than they do. That usually helps. This has been a really cool experience. If I don't make it through today, which I hope I do, I'd really like to get those tickets because I live so close, and it would be really cool to be able to come here whenever I want to watch a ball game with my kiddo. So that would be really handy. But at least I made it through the night, and we'll see what happens today. At least I don't have to go to this tribal council, so made it one more step.
Me personally, I've kind of been on a losing streak. I don't think I've missed out on a single tribal council. At least I'm getting the full experience as we have this downtime, nice, beautiful weather. All I could really think about is tanning. I'll be honest, never tanned before. Just kind of genetically got lucky, and for the girls to try and teach me how to tan, it seems like a whole big deal.
Clark Fork Tribe, it is time for Tribal Council. Go ahead and grab your tiki torches and head over to the bleachers. All right, welcome to Tribal Council. First of all, talk to me about that experience and how was it sleeping at a baseball stadium?
It was good until about 3 in the morning. We heard some people yelling across the fence at us, saying, "Survivors!" So that woke us all up.
I swear, it was Burger. Everyone, I know it's probably Survivor, because why would they be yelling Burger? But I heard it 5 times. I heard him do it. Burger.
Yeah, it was a bit scary. I woke up and thought that we were doing something, this was gonna be middle of the night activity, and put on my shoes and my socks and my sweater and got ready to go, and I peered out and I was like, "Did you hear that too?" And I was like, "Yeah," and then I actually looked at the time. It's 3 a.m. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think we're doing anything.
Well, speaking of food, you've had only hot dogs. What is your level of how much you like hot dogs at this point?
The first 4 we had were great. The one this morning just hit different. I don't think I like hot dogs anymore.
It does feel different, unshowered at 9 in the morning. You know, that's not your typical hot dog prime hour, but it was still pretty good.
We had the wet sweater competition. Thankfully, it's a hot day and we got wet. But talk to me about that competition and what kind of happened today.
It was tough. We were really close. We went and looked at the water jars afterwards, and I think we were half a centimeter off. So it's disappointing to see that we were that close and put in that much effort to not pull it through.
So I thought we had it in the bag for sure, but then I guess the only reason we were faster than them is they were taking more time to get every drop of water out.
Yeah, filled up their sweaters more than we could, I guess.
So we go into Tribal Council now. It's a 4-person vote. There is a chance for a tie. What is going into the thoughts of this vote?
Yeah. This is the tough part of the game. I wish we'd have won that challenge. I thought we were in a fine spot. We just didn't quite close things out nicely there. But yeah, it's tough to send someone home like this. There's 3 other competitors here that are doing great work.
Well, with that, it is time to vote. Stetson, I'll have you go first. All right, guys, I'm gonna go tally the votes. If anybody has a hidden immunity idol, this would be the time to play it. Once I read the votes, the decision is final. Here we go. First vote, Stetson. Second vote, Brandy. Third vote, Kaya. Third person voted out of PaddleHeads Survivor Series, Stetson. All right, Clark Fork Tribe, you guys gotta head on out.
Yeah, good time here at the park. Met some great folks, got to play some fun games. Really a fun experience to sleep out on the ballpark. Had a great night last evening. And yeah, it's always tough to go home. Tough to go home with an advantage in your pocket, but if you don't play an advantage correctly, it's not much of an advantage. So kind of got a bit ahead of myself, and it cost me a little bit. Yeah, I found one last evening for an extra vote, which would have been hugely helpful in this. I thought I could take that on to the merge and let our small little tribe kind of compete against some of the big six there, but wasn't the right move. I mean, yeah, you know, it was a bit of a whirlwind. Going from Trapper to Clark Fork, went to every tribal that I could have and couldn't quite get to the merge, which is always a bummer, but it's a good time.